Hey y'all, I'm Dani, and this is Heard. Hi guys, welcome back to Heard the Podcast. I'm your host, Dani, and we are back for another wonderful show. How you doing, JRob?
I'm doing well. How's everything?
Look at the donut I got you. Was it giving blueberry? Because remember the blueberry one I gave you last time? It always looks different from the last time, right?
It's the same
like,
one.
how come they, let me see?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I feel like it wasn't.
They got blueberries in it.
Yeah, it wasn't given last time.
Yeah.
Because last time they said it was blueberry, but was it blueberry last time?
Yeah.
But it wasn't really given that.
Yeah, that's when it actually shows the blueberry.
And then sometimes they have actual blueberry donuts that look purple.
Mm-hmm.
So like, why is it iffy?
And this tastes more like blueberry.
Right, but don't they have the ones that look purple though?
Mm-hmm.
Like a whole purple donut is blueberry.
Right.
Why they be switching in and out? I don't understand that.
Hey.
But anywho, okay, guys. Make sure you guys are subscribed. That's the most important thing. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel on YouTube, HER''D, the podcast. Make sure you guys are listening to it on all podcast streaming platforms. We're available on everywhere you listen to podcasts, and the podcast format is also available on our YouTube channel as well, so you can listen to the audio on there too. And follow us on TikTok at HERDPod, HERDPOD. That's the most important thing. Like, share, comment. Share with a friend. If you did it one time, do it again and again and again. Yeah. So. How's your week so far? Like, how's everything been going? Like, does it seem like far in between when we record, or no? It just feels like, oh wow, blink of an eye.
Yeah, this week.
To me, I feel like the weeks go by fast.
This one went by fast for sure.
You think so? Yeah, me too.
At least this week, yeah.
Yeah, cause like that's how I'm feeling.
Yeah, I feel like I was just talking about training day.
Yes, I just posted that clip. I'm posting some more clips. I'm gonna post some more clips down the line. Clips are the most important thing nowadays, and I don't even blame it. I don't even blame it one bit at all. So it's giving clipped up, okay? And I come from the school of graphic designer, so like I never really had to, like, I always knew how to do things like on the computer.
Right.
I never had to like download editing apps on my phone. I could just do it on my computer, then I can put it on my phone. But now I'm always on the go, and it's such a clip ass world nowadays. So it's like I finally caved, guys, and I finally downloaded CapCut, and it has been a lifesaver. Okay.
Hard. So you're doing everything on a computer?
I don't mind. I can do. I know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, I'll do it this way. I'll like once I edit my full episode, I'll have like my primary clips that I have, but then I'll like sometimes the week will go by where it's like, okay, I could be posting more clips, so I could just clip it up on my phone on the couch instead of going to my computer all the time, because sometimes like stopping everything and going to the computer is a lot of work as well. Like thinking about sitting down at the desk and doing it on the computer is already exhausting enough. I'd rather just sit on my couch, watch my movie, and like, oh, you know what, let me make a little clip of that time I asked JRob to name Denzel's top 5 movies.
Wow.
I almost did another one to you today, but I was like, maybe next time, we'll see. I'm gonna post the Denzel clip. I just posted it on YouTube Shorts. I'm gonna post it on TikTok and see how it does. Depending on how it does, I'll see whether I'll play the game with you again next episode, not this one. But anywho,
glad you caved in.
Yeah, because I'm like, and it's so easy. It's so easy, and it's like my whole thing is like the app is. I mean, the easy part is not a problem for me because I know how to do it the traditional way anyway on the computer. But it's just the fact that sometimes like these apps is like, okay, is this app giving like poised? Is this app janky? Like do I gotta do like is it glitchy as fuck? No, but CapCut is a lifesaver. Okay, CapCut is so organized. I love it. I can split it, click it, boom. I'm gonna start. So I told you I opened up my personal TikTok page as well, just posting like little random stuff on there. I think I'm gonna like get really serious about like posting like makeup content, because I'm really starting to master like the makeup. So I'm good at like makeup anyway, but I'm really starting to master like my eyeshadow looks, and people have really been liking my eyeshadow looks here and there. So I think I'm going to like invest in like the ring light and the vanity and like the tripod stuff, and oh shit, the tripod. Do I want to go live right now on TikTok? Should I just do it for a little bit? Because I told you I can go live on here. I thought I needed a certain amount of followers, but I think I have enough followers to do it on TikTok. But yeah, so I'm going to be a little bit more serious about I'm going to be a little bit more serious about the makeup aspect of it. and like just filming my makeup procedures and posting it on TikTok. What's up?
You could just I be seeing girls on the joint, they be doing their makeup, but they be talking.
Yeah, voiceovers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably end up doing something like that too. That'd be really cute. Yeah. So
the brand.
the next thing that so there's a couple things. I'm going to start back. So there was a point in time where my friends will be like, girl, you always go outside somewhere. You always outside somewhere, da 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 da. Because I will always, like, at one point I was like the networking queen. I will always be invited to I was everywhere. I'm always at some type of networking event. And so I haven't been to any at networking events in like a year. Like a little over a year. Yeah. I think the last one I went to was like down by the wharf. It was cool or whatever. I met some people or whatever, and we bumped into people I already knew, and whatever. That's cool. But I'm going to start stepping back out because when you network, it really does make a difference. Like I'm going to talk about the Met Gala today. The Met Gala that just passed this past Monday. One of the girls that I met at an event I was at. She's real cool. We follow each other, whatever. And she happens to be like a makeup artist and like assistant, and like she assisted with someone's Met Gala look. Dope. Yeah, so that was a big deal. I'm like, oh my god, wow, I know her. Wow, that's great that I met her and she's doing this really good thing. It's nice to see people that I come in contact with do good things, because it just makes me feel like, wow, they're doing a great job at what they do. But then also it's possible for me and anyone else to whatever. So. And I'm like, I love how I like went out and like met this girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we'll have her on the show one day. But anyway, so there's an Adobe Creative Cloud event coming up in DC. And of course I have to, because it's only right. And so I'm going to go to it. It's in DC on Georgia Avenue. So I'm going to go to that on May 27th, just meet other creatives, other graphic designers. And like, there's a couple of speakers, at the event that I actually know and I actually freelanced for before. So that'll be nice to see them again. But I just want to go out and step out and just like meet people, whatever. Yep. And like, I work from home. And the only time I leave the house is when I'm like running errands, or if like me and my girls are going to go out for this thing, right. Like, because we all grown now and they got kids. So it's just like, we do what we can, you know what I mean? So it's like, we do that here and there or whatever. And then like I come here and record. Right. That's it. Like if I want to find my man and I want to make my family, I want to build my family, I have to go outside. I have to go outside in the right places. I have to do this. I have to position myself for greatness. That's what I have to do.
Yourself for greatness. That's
period. Let me see if I can go live on this TikTok, on this clock app real quick. Hold on.
And you're going to get married in 2 months.
Don't say that now. Well, I mean, shoot. But I mean, I wouldn't want to do that to someone that I just met. That's very dangerous. That's super, super dangerous. Let me see something. Should I upload the Denzel Washington clip first and then go live just to spark some engagement and then
do both.
Do it now? Okay, I'm gonna do it now. Hold on. Let me see, because I put it on YouTube just now. Hold on. Don't you love how this is like I can edit this?
Exactly. I thought you've been using it, but
talking about CapCut? No, I'm talking about edit this right now. Me discussing what I'm about to do. No, I wasn't a CapCut girly, like, because I didn't feel the need. I didn't think I needed it. Like, and I want you to. Okay, so let me post the Denzel clip on TikTok now.
Now you can post more clips now.
Yes, I'm saying like I'll like once I edit my episode, like I'll have my primary clips that I already decide to clip. Once I edit it that night or whatever, and then but once the week goes by and I want to post more clips, I can just make the clips. Yeah. And hey, what's going to this little practice? I just want to record. Anywho, okay. Damn, I wish you had your tripod in here. It's all good. It's all good. But just a little practice. Anywho, okay. So on to the show. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I guess we can go into Hurt on the Curb now. Yep. Did you have anything that you wanted to discuss before we get into Hurt on the Curb? Okay, let's go into Hurt on the Curb. Okay, so. Yes. So the Met Gala just passed this week, and sidebar, I wanted to I have my own like art page where I do like little random like posters and stuff like that. And I wanted to do a Met Gala poster like of a collage of like different people's looks and stuff. I haven't had time to do that this week. Oh my gosh, but I think I'm still going to try to do it over the weekend. Better late than never. Whatever, it is what it is. Okay, this is, like, that page is for me and my creative freedom anyway. So
I should get away.
Yes. So I'm still going to do that, but I wanted to discuss some looks from the Met Gala because this year's theme was super fine. Let me make sure. Hold on. Let me read it out correctly this time. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me see. Met Gala 2025. Let me see. Met Gala 2025 theme. Let's see. Hold on. So this year's Met Gala theme, hold on, let me just scoot this over a tad. Let me see. This year's Met Gala theme. Super fine, tailoring black style. So it was like the dandy, the black dandy style. Of course they grabbed Dapper Dan for the board. This year A$AP Rocky was a part of the board. Pharrell Williams was a part of it. Coleman Domingo, and a lot of other people. They really rolled this situation out because it was about black style and the dandy fashion. And of course, if you think of people like that, I instantly think of Andre 3000, Dapper Dan, Janelle Monae definitely is someone that embodies black dandyism,
for sure.
Like regularly. So she ate that carpet up. Like that was her playground. So I'm just gonna go and discuss a couple of my favorite looks, and then also. On the when you Google Black Dandy, you cannot, like, Andre 3000 is on the second row as an example, because like that whole era, like that, what was it? What was that? The Love Below era when he really was giving it, like when he was really giving it. Andre 3K always like he is just like, oh my god, like I don't think people understand how iconic Andre 3000 is. Because when it comes to just different artists, like good artists, and I love an artist that has different eras. Like that's why one of the reasons why I really love Rihanna. Mm-hmm. She has identifiable eras. Right. Andre 3000 has identifiable eras, and then like it's just so like I love his eccentric. Is his eccentricism or his
eccentric?
I love his eccentric vibes, his eccentric style. He gives a wig or two. He does that. He definitely gives a wig or two. Cut off jersey. He give no top sometimes, and like a nice statement pant. Mm-hmm. Like a platinum blonde, a platinum silver wig. He'll dress like an alien somewhere in the goddamn video.
I'm gonna dress like that next weekend.
What?
I'm gonna dress like that next weekend.
What's next weekend?
Oversized pants and like no shirt.
Okay, you can give that because you're skinny and stuff. But you can give that, JRob. You can give that. But no. So some of my favorite looks from the 2025 Met Gala. Definitely Rihanna, and I knew that she was going to reveal that damn baby, but we knew that Rihanna was pregnant. Right. We know when Rihanna's pregnant because she has that glow, that nose spreads, that her skin glistens. She wears, she's a baggy clothes kind of girl, but we know when you're trying to hide some shit, girl. Like we know this. The only thing now is that we're trying to figure out whether she's having a girl or not. So there's that. We don't know if she's having a girl or not. But yes. So, hey guys, if you're in here, make sure you guys click the link in the bio. My podcast is available on all podcast streaming platforms. It's available on YouTube as well if you want to watch full episodes or clips and things like that. It's all linked in the bio. Thanks for tuning in. People are in and out the live. I love that. Right. Anywho, and also if you feel like you guys can comment, the city that you're from, if you want to, whatever. Yes. So Rihanna revealed that she was pregnant on the carpet, which I loved, and she was one of my favorite looks. She had like she definitely gave like a ragtime type of vibe. So I don't really think that we can even like point to any bad Rihanna outfit on the carpet ever, like within the last like 10 years. Definitely don't think so. But she definitely was one of my favorite looks. Glad that she revealed the pregnancy. She was cute, even though she was pregnant. She was still cute in her outfit. And love Teyana Taylor's look. Teyana Taylor, I knew that she was going to give it because she really plays into her androgyny bag. And I think she owned it. I think that she layered a lot and she accessorized a lot. Like she packed on the layers, packed on the accessories, and it gave like a gaudy look. But that sometimes that's what it's like. It's like an exaggerated look, and that's what dandyism is sometimes with certain people. Like you can have an exaggerated type of vibe. So she gave, and it just seemed like everyone that was dressed in like burgundy or maroon really gave that vibe to me. But okay, so Teyana Taylor was one of them. Rihanna was one of them. So Doechii, right? I was excited to see what Doechii was going to do because Doechii, you know, she's a rising star, and I also love her style. She's eclectic. She's Afrocentric. So I was definitely looking forward to what she was going to do. She wore a beautiful afro on the carpet. She wore a Louis Vuitton look. I love the look, but I just feel like it just seemed like she could have done a little bit more with her look. I feel like I wanted her look to be a little bit more grand, and it just felt like something that she would have done any other time.
Gotcha.
I feel like she definitely she had more elevated looks, like, you know, in different shows or different carpets or even different or fashion shows. Right. This past fashion week, you know, she really gave it. So I just wish that it was a little bit more grand. But her look was by Louis Vuitton. It was giving. Her look was giving. So I love that. Beautiful makeup. She's a pretty woman. And she knows how to really well. She still sold the outfit, but I just feel like it could have given a little bit more to me, like more grand. Some people, you know, the word pedestrian kind of was thrown around. People said that it felt too pedestrian. So people said that. No, people did say that. Okay. We're going to talk about Doechii in a second because something else happened with her. But moving on to my favorites though, Cardi B. Right, I really liked Cardi B's outfit. I really liked her outfit. She was dressed in Burberry. She definitely gave me I definitely got like a Prince vibe from her. I think, I don't know, like I was talking to my friend, we were discussing the looks because we watched the red carpet live on the Vogue YouTube channel, and I just feel like, you know, I definitely, when I thought of dandyism, I think of canes and suits and top hats. And I'm like, somebody, y'all need to eat this top hat shit up. Somebody, like, give me some canes. And I want everyone to wear a cane and a damn top hat. But no, she definitely gave, you know, a Prince vibe to me with the ruffles and all that stuff in the long garment. I'm really trying to use words in, like, I understand what looks good, but I don't always understand how to, like, you know, like describe it. But I'm not sure if I hate the hair, if I like the hair. But, you know, Cardi's a fashion girl. She can wear things. I wanted her to sell this look a little bit more. I wish, you know, even though like she doesn't have the hair for a hat, which is fine, but I wish she would have like had a cane with it, like on some pimped out shit, and maybe had like the same way Doechii like used like she had a cigar on the carpet with her to sell the look. I wish Cardi B had like some sort of like cigarette or cigar to sell the look, but definitely wore a cane with it or something like that. I just feel like she could have accessorized this a tad bit more, but I love the look, and it does give dandy to me. I like the look. So someone else that I really, really, really enjoyed, and she definitely wore the top hat that I liked and all that stuff, was Jodie Foster. Let me see if she's on the Vogue site. They didn't mention her on the Vogue site on the list of people, but that's fine because I have a picture in my mind of her. Okay. Jodie Foster, the actress, she played in Queen and Slim, the leading lady in Queen and Slim. I'm sorry, I said Jodie Foster, girl. I meant Jodie Turner Smith. Child, Jodie Foster is a white woman. I was like, let me see. So sorry, y'all. So Jodie Turner Smith, she wore what designer did she wear? Is it going to say it? Let me see. Stepped out in equestrian inspired Burberry look, another Burberry look. She looked amazing. Another maroon burgundy type of palette. I love how it looks on her beautiful dark skin. It's something about like dark skinned people. I have a dark skinned friend, one of my best friends. She's dark skinned, and I just feel like with dark skinned people, like the deep, like when they have a deep dark skin tone, their skin always looks rich to me. Like it looks, you know how like dark chocolate has like a rich taste, like it's like a richness to dark chocolate. That's how I feel when I see like dark skinned people, their skin is like a richness to their skin. I feel like their skin feels like this. Like it's like it's like when you describe dark skinned people, you have to do like this, because it's just like that's what their skin gives. I never see dark skinned people. I seldomly see dark skinned people with bad skin. It's always nice, smooth, and shiny and clear. Sure. You know what I'm saying? But
that's a fact though.
She definitely wore this. She wore the top hat. Gave me the burgundy, the dark brown burgundy on the skin. I loved it. The leather material, oh my gosh, and it draped on the ground. I loved it. The top hat was giving. She really gives. And she's an actress, but I think she's a model first. I'm not sure if she's a model first. But yeah. Yeah, I think she's because I remember I saw her the first time I really saw her was she was in the Zayn video, Pillow Talk. That song Pillow Talk by Zayn. She was in that video.
Damn,
yeah, she was one of the models in the video. Anywho, so on to other people. So yes, I named Jodie Turner Smith. Not Jodie Foster. Jodie Turner Smith. Lizzo ate it up on that carpet, JRob. She's losing weight. She looks amazing, but she ate that up. Lizzo really gave. And Vogue did not mention her on their website either. But guess what I'm finna do?
You gonna find it?
I'm gonna find it on Google, baby. Hold on, I'm gonna find it on Google, baby. I'm gonna find it on Google, because that's another one that lives rent free in my mind, was the Lizzo look. Let me say, yes, she really gave. Like she gave like rich Hollywood. She had her cigarette stick on her. She sold her look with the platinum blonde hair. She didn't dress up in a suit, but she definitely gave dandyism. Of course, like they're gonna have the suits and the tailored outfits, but they also have like the feminine side where like the woman can wear her, her dress, and stuff like that. So she definitely gave with her dress. I think that was giving dandyism. I guess she can, she definitely gives like, oh, she's someone's arm candy. Whatever dandy man she's with, she's someone's arm candy. Love that. So Lizzo was another one that I loved. Oops. And then let me see. Zendaya, she usually eats up the Met Gala carpet, but I feel like this year was a little bit more chill for her. And then someone actually ended up wearing a similar outfit on the carpet as her as well, which was kind of, whoa, that was like that's a first for Zendaya. Like, whoa. Then Damson Idris came. And he has a movie coming out, like a race car movie coming out with Brad Pitt, I think. So he like promoted that. He came with like a tracksuit, and like he had a reveal where he ripped off the tracksuit and that was his suit and stuff. He came with like a helmet. They say he came on a race car too. Like he came in. It was a whole big grand thing. Good promo. Yeah, great. That's what you listen. That's what you have to take advantage of these things. So there's that. A couple people. Keith Powers ate it up. Loved his outfit. Loved his look. He's another one that's like, I don't know if he's a model first. And he looks good, so he has to be a model as a title. I don't know if he's a model first or an actor first, but he definitely gives model. So things just look good on him naturally. Things just fit on him well naturally. Keke Palmer did it up. Andre 3000 did it up. And you know who my number one best dress was that night? Ooh. Who really sold it and really lived in it and like really dug deep in her bag? Miss Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill came and ate that shit the fuck up. Okay. And then it was another person I really liked. He's a model. Let me see. I think his name is Alton. He really gave it on the carpet as well too. Let me see. Alton. I think his name is Alton. What is his? I think his name is Alton. No. It's all Instagram. Alton Mason. He gave it too. He gave like Afro futurism with his, for sure. Coleman Domingo ate it up. He paid homage to Andre Talley, I believe is his name. He paid homage to Andre Talley. Oh, is it Andre or Leon Talley? I think it's Leon Talley. Hold on. I don't know why I keep thinking of his name is Andre Leon Talley. Andre Leon Talley. Okay, yes. So Coleman Domingo came on the carpet, paid homage to Andre Leon Talley, and then under with his cape, and then he revealed underneath his cape his nice suit and stuff like that. So that was cool. A$AP Rocky looked fly too. Pharrell, he looked cool, but I feel like Pharrell was real chill. Like Pharrell wasn't really selling it for himself either. A$AP Rocky, he wore his own brand Og. He wanted to make sure he wore a black brand, but I feel like A$AP could have sold his look a little bit more too. I don't know. It was too. But Pharrell, I feel like Pharrell was too safe. I feel like Pharrell wore something that he would wear somewhere anywhere else to me. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on the looks. But let's go on to Doechii, because Doechii had a little bit of a situation involving the Met Gala. So, nowadays, since Doechii is on the rise, it comes with the hate train. They love to say, when you're underground, they love to say, oh, you guys should uplift Doechii, this and that, uplift so-and-so, uplift so-and-so. And then when it's their time to really uplift and they're going up and they're starting to get what they deserve. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's an industry plant. Oh, she doesn't like straight men. Oh, this. Oh, that. So now on the Doechii complaint docket, they are saying that they caught a glimpse of her kind of like going off on her team. So of course, on the Met Gala, they have the artists or the celebrities, at a hotel. Usually they have like some partnership going on with Vogue, where they're getting their stuff filmed for Vogue or Vanity Fair or whatever. Right. So they're usually in a hotel. And we have the celebrities that we're looking forward to seeing. So sometimes they film them walking to the car to go to the Met Gala. So sometimes they want to cover their looks up or whatever before they hit the carpet, because they're going to be filmed on the way to the thing. So with Doechii, of course, she was dressed in Louis Vuitton head to toe, and before she was leaving her room or before she was leaving her hotel, she had an issue with trying to cover up her look. They caught a glance of her. The paparazzi caught a glance of her outfit. And she wasn't ready for them to see it yet. So she tried to walk out. So at that point, when they caught a glance of her, she was pissed. She was like, oh my God, guys, no, like, give me my umbrella, give me my stuff. Actually, I can actually play it for you. Ooh, I gotta get off live. Okay, so I got some people in here or whatever, so that's good. But let me just get off of live. That was a fun little live. Ooh, how do I end this?
Keep it going.
Keep it going? Should I keep it going? I wanted to play the audio of Doechii like going off on her. Let me see if I can still do it if I swipe. Oh, I can't. Let me see if I can do it. I can pause the live and it'll pause and then it'll go back. So let me just do it that way. Okay, so the live is paused. That's better. Let me just do this. Let me go on here and play the audio of Doechii. So I have it ready. But so she was trying to hide her look before her grand entrance. Right. And I guess her team, the team opened up the door and the paparazzi were outside waiting for her. So they caught a glimpse of her outfit. She was pissed and she was asking for her, like, hey guys, like, get me I need more umbrellas, I need more cover-ups, come on guys. And she was being aggressive with her, how she was asking her team to chop. So people didn't like that. So I'm going to play a little clip of that right now. Hold on. I need another fucking umbrella. I need another fucking umbrella. Move the umbrella. So she was trying to like chop like this is her first like Met Gala entrance. She's wearing Louis Vuitton head to toe. Like we have to give a rollout. We have to give an entrance. So a couple things, right? I'm not going to go to okay. I have a couple of things with this, right? And I don't think I ever talked to you about like the specifics of this situation that I'm going to relate to on this. Maybe I have. I'm not sure. I tell JRob everything.
Yeah, I got here.
So a couple things, right? It's understandable her anxiety. No pun intended. No pun intended. No pun intended. Where's the?
It's one of them Jones.
Anywho, okay. So I understand she's anxious, like give me my fucking umbrella, like let's cover up this look, whatever. I understand the anxious, the anxiety of it all. I understand all of that. But it is the way that you're talking to your team, sis. Like that was a lot. It was a lot. It's understandable, but it was a lot. And then also on top of that, the look was amazing, but it wasn't giving what we all wanted it to give anyway. So it's like you're doing all of this for this look that's like, girl, like we've seen you in more grand ensembles than this. Right. Like, why are you doing all of that? But I get it. She doesn't want her look to be snapped until she gets on the carpet, whether you like it or not. Right. So I get it, right? I understand all of that. But okay, so I'm gonna draw two parallels with this, right? So I'm gonna talk about my thing last. So I always wanted to on the show I talk about suggestions on like rollouts and like just marketing and how someone can do better or what they should do when they publish their work and what they should do and blah blah blah. And I always had an interest in being on an artist team, right? So so like so there was a time when Law Roach, right? He's a stylist and he's best known for like, styling Celine Dion, Zendaya. Zendaya is like one of his like, most notable clients. Mm-hmm. And, at one point he, announced his retirement and he was only going to work with Zendaya and that's it. He announced his retirement and I couldn't find the clip, but I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, I may like, misphrase this, but I got the gist of what he said. He was just saying like, like it's just his experience with working with different people. It gets exhausting sometimes, like mentally and and it's just the fact that like, he just, it's the burden of dealing with different people and them not understanding things. It's just that burden with, when you're working with someone or working for someone, it's always, you always have to adjust to that person. And you're not always going to get it right either, but you always have to adjust to that person. Mm-hmm. So he was talking about that, and then he was talking about how like just the fact that you're working for someone and it's almost giving like you're disposable. That feeling of being disposable is also kind of like it could take a toll on someone as well when you're working for someone, especially a celebrity, an artist of someone of a certain caliber. Sure. It's just the burden of you knowing that you work for them and you can be disposed of at any moment is that too. He kind of expressed that too. Mm-hmm. And with me, once again, like, I always wanted to, I always have suggestions and thoughts when it comes to different artists and, when they come out with their stuff. And I did want to work with artists and stuff like that when it comes to their rollouts and their strategies and things like that. And I actually took a shot at it. I think maybe like a year or two ago. I'm not sure if I discussed it with you, JRob, where, I'm not going to say any names. I'm going to tell my experience. I'm not going to say any names, but it is my experience, so I'm going to tell it on my platform. Okay? Exactly. So I had a chance to work with like a DMV artist, right? And they needed help. Of course, like a lot of people, like when you're an artist, a lot of times you don't have a budget. You people are doing favors for you off the strength. You got your friends in your corner helping you. Your friend is your manager. Your other friend is your this manager. Your other friend is that person to do that for you. Blah 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 blah. And but management. One thing I will notice, whether you are a big artist or not, management always makes sure that they get a cut of something. Okay, whatever show that you got booked, they make sure they get a cut of something. It may not be much, but they're getting a cut of something. We'll say that. But so I took an opportunity to help out a DMV artist, and I really wanted to do it because I really had a lot of ideas and like and I also I have a lot of ideas, and I'm also a graphic designer, so I'm good at creating promo material, editing promo material, understanding promo material, when the rollout should happen, with this, that, right? Anyway, so of course they didn't have a budget, but I was like, no, I'm going to help you, whatever. But I agreed to be someone to be more of a strategy for it. And like, if you need a flyer here and there, I could do the flyer, but I'm not coming on as like a full on graphic designer, because if that was the case, you won't have to pay me. That's you know what I'm saying? Right. But I came on as someone, as someone, as an aid to the strategy of the marketing, whatever. Right. So that was that. And then, so I was doing that or whatever, and of course they were working with friends as well, and they were their friend. They actually, the project, we were focused on pushing a certain project for this person, and their friend, the project was produced and written under their friend's like label that they have going on. So of course the friend is involved on the meeting, on the group chats and the phone calls and stuff, along with me and their friend manager or whatever, and their other manager friend or whatever. Cool, they're all friends, right? And I'm cool with them, whatever, right? Whatever. So of course, and this is another reason why I don't like when artists like are signed under other artists, because the person that they were under, that their project was technically under, they were an artist as well, and they didn't have a budget or a team. They were asking for favors and off the strength of, oh, you cool with me, help me do this, whatever, right? So of course, we're helping this one person with their project, and I agreed to help this one person, but of course the person that they're signed under, they need help with their own shit, and they see that I'm helping this person, so they want to use me for their shit, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll help you with this or whatever, but like I never agreed to like be a full on person, because again, there's no budget, you cannot pay me. So why, my grown ass, why would I agree to be a full-on free worker for you? Absolutely not. No, you need help. So this person actually had a show coming up. The other person, the label, the person with the label, right? The other person, we'll say the person that I agreed to help is singer number one, and the person that tried to piggyback is rapper number one, okay, or rapper. So singer and rapper. So right. So the rapper wanted me to, they had a show coming up in DC, because they moved to another state to like follow their dreams or whatever. But I guess even though they were in that state to follow their dreams, they didn't have they didn't have a lot to show for it, because they still needed you to do favors for them. Whatever, right? That's kind of backwards to me, but whatever, right? If you moved to so and so, then you should be able to. You should have connect. If you moved from one place to another place and to get connections, you should have connections by now. You shouldn't be asking people that's still in DC to help you do shit. Anyway, so they saw that I was helping the singer out, so they wanted their own help. So they were asking me, like, they had a show coming up in DC, and they were like, "Oh, can you make me a flyer?" Right. Because they once again have expressed to me candidly on the phone, I don't have a budget, I don't got no money, whatever. Cool, right? I know broke very well. So if you like, listen, JRob, I have no problem with helping anyone at all. Like, just don't take advantage. Don't take advantage. But I had to learn the hard way with this. So anyway, they couldn't afford a graphic designer. They needed someone to make the flyer, to make the whatever for them, whatever, right? So I said, fine. Because they ended up making their own flyer on Canva. It sucked. They were like, please help me. Like, help me. I said, fine, cool, I'll make your, that's how it's true. It always works, right? So I said, fine, I'll make you a flyer real quick. So I stayed up late. Like, usually even though I work from home, it's still excruciating. I am a graphic designer for a major publication. So I covered multiple markets at my job, and it's very deadline driven. So everything I do is so I am exhausted. Even though I'm at home, I'm still exhausted mentally. Okay, so I took the time out of my day after I log out to stay up late and do their shit for them that I agreed to do. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm helping them. So I did the flyer for them, and they wanted a whole bunch of like different edits, like to like the wording, like, oh, you put so and so's name on here, take them out. The flyer looked good, but they wanted a bunch of like different wording and shit. Like, I did all of it. I did all of it. I helped them. I did all of it. Right. Cool. Right. Free of charge. Whatever. You told me you're a broke ass nigga. Fine. I'll help you. Right. Fine. Cool. So I did that for them. So then back to me helping the singer. Of course, like, I'm like, hey, like, let's do this. I'm actually giving good ideas, and I'm actually like, I'm helping with the promo, and it's actually becoming beneficial to that singer, right? Right. The rappers seeing what I'm doing for them. And then he wants this now. He wants this now, and I'm like, okay, in my head, I'm like, I only agreed to do this flyer for him. I never agreed to work for him too. Like what?
Yeah,
and you're not paying me. Do you want me to sit here and work for 2 grown ass niggas for free? Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
No. So he wanted me to do the same thing, do the other things, the same thing I was doing for the singer for him. Mm-hmm. So one day we were at the singer's show. We were at dinner before the singer had their show. Mm-hmm. And he was talking about the things that he needs for his show, right? Right? So I'm like, oh wow, okay. Do you have somebody to do this for you? I'm just asking questions. He's like, no. And I said, oh, okay, whatever. And then he's like, yeah, he was asking me, he was like saying, like, he was talking to me, right? He was saying like, oh yeah, because he has his label he has a name for his label, right? And he was just talking to me and stuff. He was like, yeah, you're on my label now. You're on my label now, talking to me, right? And so I said, well, I was like, oh no. I said, we'll talk. In my head, I'm like, no, because you just told me you don't have no fucking money. So of course no. So I'm just like, I said, we'll talk later, because I'm not gonna straight up tell him off in front of dinner. Like I'm not gonna do that. So I'm like, I look at him, I'm like, we'll talk later. Let's talk later. He was like, no, you're on so and so. You're on so and so. You're on so and so. I'm like, we'll talk later, right? Whatever, cool. Didn't think about it. Whatever. The show went on. Whatever. We went home. Whatever, right? So what he usually does when we have group calls for the singer, after our group calls, he'll call me separately trying to see like what he can get out of me. Like, oh, can you help me with da, right?
That shit's so weird.
So after the whole day, after the days went by or whatever, right? So he's thinking, even though we're helping so and so, he's thinking about his own show that he has going on, right? So then after I did the flyer for him for free, right? He's calling me, asking like, hey, he asked me like, because for the singer, so he would have shows, because it was a lot of things he had going on for his rollout of his project. He had like a lot of stuff booked, which is amazing. So what I would do was I would get little cards, like little 5x7 cards printed out, right, with his album cover on the card, mm-hmm, and with the QR code for his album, right. So he get like little 5x7 handouts, like this, hand them out at the show. I will hand them out at the show, whatever, yeah, with the QR code on it, and that helped his numbers on his streaming. So the scanning QR code, that was an idea I had, because like, why wouldn't I have that? Because I'm like, come on now, I'm that bitch, like, period. So anyway, so I did that. So the rapper wanted me to do the same thing for him. Mm-hmm. Mind you, I'm helping the singer. So I'm doing all these things and I'm spending my own money to help the singer, right? Which is, I agreed to help you. Right. And this is what I want to do. This is my passion. I want to help you and I know what to do. Right. So I spend my own money printing nice quality card stocks for him to get, for me to hand out for him, mm-hmm, right? The rapper wanted me to do the same thing for him. He wanted me to pay for his shit because he don't have no money. So I'm like, so he asked me like, hey, can you do the same thing you did for so and so? And can you get the cards print, like, can you get like printouts done for me? I said, okay. I said, cool. I said, so who's gonna go pick it up? Who's gonna go pick? I'm like, so yeah, so who's gonna pay for it? Like I said, well, I can send the file to FedEx, and you can have so and so go and pick it up, and they can go, because mind you, I live in Baltimore, right, and they're in another state, and the show that they have booked is in DC. They're from DC, mm-hmm, so they're in another state, so they're asking us in DC to help them out with stuff, right? Or asking me, right? So I'm like, I said, hey, yeah, I can send the file, because I already made the flyer for him, so that's fine, right? So I said, I can send the flyer file to, mm-hmm, FedEx print, and you can have one of your friends, one of the manager friends or that work with so and so, you can have them go pay for it and pick it up, and they can go. He wanted me, mind you, all of them know that I live in Baltimore. He asked me to get 100 printouts made and put them around DC. I said, I can send the file to FedEx and you can have so and so go pick it up and they can pay for it and then they can go do it. I'm not doing that. That's what I said to him on the phone. And he was like, okay, like, because he didn't want to ask the other niggas, because the other niggas was going to tell his ass no. See, another thing too was I feel like and this is just my thought, because I feel like some men, they do things to women that they wouldn't do to other men.
Oh, there's a lot of that. Yeah,
I feel like that's what the dynamic was. I felt as well in that whole situation.
That's crazy.
So I said no, you can go and get right? Cool, right? So he was like, okay, like whatever, right? So he wasn't going to ask them to do it, because like they weren't going to do it. And like, nigga, who the fuck? No, like what? No, nigga, 100? No. You know how much 100 printouts cost on glossy card stock?
What's that, like 1,000, 2,000? How much is that?
It's probably like a couple $100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I know a good 20 of them is like $36.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be way more than that.
I said basically no, because like, what the fuck? No. And I never agreed to work for him. And on top of that, you don't have any money. If you had money, you would already have your own team. You're in LA. The fuck? So anyway, that was that, right? So I guess that pissed him off, right? Didn't know it pissed him off, but I guess that pissed him off, right? Anyway, so then he starts to ask the singer's manager friend, who I'm cool with. He starts to ask the manager friend to start asking me for things for him, right? And I will say this: the manager friend, he is level headed, and he didn't like a lot of stuff. He was like, no, pay her. Like he would be like, pay her, no, like pay her, like no, like because they didn't like how I agreed to help the singer, and like, why are you they're like, why are you inserting yourself when she's helping so and so? Like you're weird, right? But they're all friends, right? Anyway, so he's trying to get things together, right? So then, mind you, I have a 9 to 5, right? So the next attempt that he tried to make, before he really got mad, was he called me randomly one time, right? He called me randomly one time, and he wanted me to send something to someone. I think he wanted me to send a file to someone or whatever for him or whatever, right? I'm at work. I'm working. I said, no, I don't have time. I'm working. I'm right now. I'm in the middle of something. No, I can't. No. Because you're asking me randomly during my job. No. Or did you a fucking favor? No. Something like, no, I'm busy. No. Right? Whatever, right? So then, another time. So then he asked his manager friend, he wanted me to make an interactive, and the flyer that I made, he wanted me to make an interactive video of he wanted me to animate the flyer, right? And the manager friend is talking to me like saying like, yeah, he wants you to do this. How much you want to charge? Because how much you want to charge? He's saying like, no, he needs to pay. How much you want to charge? How much you want to charge? Like saying like, you going to charge him, because what the fuck, right? And I said, I charged him like something. It was something really small, like a little bit of money, because I'm like, this nigga broke. So I charged him a little bit of money, because I already made the flyer. So I was like, fine, a little bit of money, right? So I charged him a little bit of money, but the manager friend had to pay me. The manager friend had to pay me out of his pocket, right. and then when the rapper had his show, he took it out of the rapper's show money, right? But the manager had to pay for it, because it's like, this nigga broke, right? Cool, right? I guess he didn't like that he had to pay for that, right? So nigga, whatever, right? Fine. Then, so I made that for him. Then I think it was like a week before the show, he had the manager friend ask me something else again. He was like, yeah, he was talking about how he wanted some printouts again. He wanted some more printouts. He wanted some printouts, right? So he put me in a group chat. Like he made a group chat with me, the rapper, and the manager friend. And he's like, yeah, can you get these printed, these with my picture on it, printed, whatever, right? I said, okay, cool. So I called FedEx and I asked them for the pricing. Right. And then I replied with the pricing. I told the manager friend the pricing of it. I said, I'm not paying for your shit, nigga. I'm not paying for your stuff. Like, I never agreed to this. Right. The fuck? So I said, yeah. So I'm texting. I didn't text the group chat. I texted the manager directly. I was like, hey, this is the pricing for this, and this, and this, right? Sent the pricing. There was no response from the rapper, right? So I guess he was mad that I didn't pay for it, right? Whatever. Don't care. Anyway, the show's happening. I'm at the show. Of course, like I get invited backstage because like I'm involved. I still made the flyer for you for free, and I still helped your ass, right? So I got invited to the show backstage. Cool, right? He acted like he had an attitude with me. Didn't think too much of it, right? Whatever, right? Passed, whatever, cool, right? The show happened, whatever. So a couple days went by. The rapper ended up. I'm telling all the things. So the rapper ended up writing a thank you post, right, to everyone involved, right? He wrote a thank you post, but didn't thank me in the post, even though I made the flyer for him and everything, the flyer that everyone loved, like all that shit. Didn't thank me in it, right? So I told the manager, I'm like, that was kind of weird that he didn't thank me, right? That was kind of weird. So then the manager went and told the rapper, he was like, yeah, Danielle said it was kind of weird that you didn't thank her in the letter that you wrote everyone else. And he was like, I told her thank you. Okay. Cool, right? You're weird, whatever, right? Anyway, moving along, I'm continuing helping the singer that I agreed to help, right? Yeah. So he has shows booked. He has things going on, right? So I'm helping him with stuff, right? So I think he had a show where he had another show coming up, and I wanted to get more of the printouts. We needed more printouts. Mm-hmm. So I said, hey y'all, okay, cool, you got a show at so and so, great. I'm gonna go get some more stuff printed out for you, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess, of course, the rapper is still in the loop with the singer because the project is underneath his label, or technically whatever, right? Right. So I guess one of them told him that I was going to get some stuff printed for him, right? Whatever, right? So one of them told him I was going to get some more printouts made for him. And so I guess he didn't like that. He was just like, why is she doing that when the venue has their own promo? I guess he was like, they have their own promo, so why is she making a flyer for him? And so he called me and was saying that like why are you doing that when they are? I said, because at first I was like, what? At first I was confused. I was like, did so and so say that they didn't want me to get it printed out? Like, what's going on? I don't understand. He was like, no. Like, why are you making a flyer for him when they already have their own promo? I said, no, I'm not making a flyer for him. I'm just getting the stuff I already have reprinted. Right. I'm not doing nothing for him. I'm just getting it reprinted. Right. So then he was like, okay, well, why couldn't you do that for me? I said, what? I was so confused because at that point I had already logged out of work. This was like 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock at night. I had logged out of work and I was laying in my bed. I was going to take a nap. I was in the middle of taking a nap and I saw his number. I was like, I almost didn't answer the phone, but I was like, let me answer this phone because maybe he's going to say sorry to me. My dumb ass.
Ain't nobody gonna say no.
My dumb ass. So I answered the phone. So I'm laying down, getting ready to take a nap, and he's calling my phone, telling my son, so why couldn't you do that for me? I was like, huh? I was so lost. I was so off guard, taken off guard. I said, what? He was like, I mean, why couldn't you do that for me? I was like, I said, what? Why couldn't you get the stuff printed out for me? I said, didn't so and so tell you didn't so and so tell you what I said? Like, I didn't so and so relay a message to you? Like, because I was telling him about the pricing of it. Right. Like, didn't so and so tell you what it was? Like, what was up? And he was like, nah. I said, well, how do you know that I was getting stuff printed? Because I'm just like, I'm lost. So I'm just asking. I'm like, so how do you know I was getting some stuff printed again? What you mean? He's my artist, nigga. That's my artist, nigga. What you mean? I said, excuse me. I said, who you talking to? Yeah. Who you talking to? I said, who you talking to? And he was like, nah. You don't know. I'm not going to ask you for anything ever again. You're fucking fired. And he hung up the phone like a little bitch. I said, excuse. I was helping this nigga. This nigga is mad that I wouldn't do free shit for him. He doesn't have any money. He can't afford a team. So you're asking me to give you a favor because you don't have any fucking money. But this is why people shouldn't be bad people, because he got his karma. Actually, I know his business, so he got his karma back. Mm-hmm. But it's like, when you need people to help you, you have to be a good person, because karma is real.
Nah, facts.
Karma is very real, especially when you need people to help you, right? So then after he did that to me, I called the manager friend that I'm cool with. I said, your bitch ass friend just did XYZ to me. He was like, what? He did what? I said, yeah, like, what the fuck, right? So then I guess in the group chat that we all had, that I was in, this bitch ass nigga, he removed me from the group chat as well. Mm-hmm. And I guess he told them, he was like, yeah, Dani fired. So then they all like got on a group call with him, because they told me what happened. They all got on a group call with him, and they was like, yeah, so why'd you do that? Like, that, you could have just told her your grievances without doing all of that. Like, why'd you do all that? No, because she did it, she didn't do da. And they were like, she did you a favor, and she doesn't work for you. She did you a favor out of the kindness of her heart. She doesn't work for you. She was doing you a favor. That's it. You inserted yourself. That's what they said to me. They still fuck with him, but that's what they said to me, because he was telling, they were like, no, that's not cool. And they said that he didn't care. He didn't give a fuck. That's what they told me. I believe they're still cool with him, but they told me that they kind of told me that was fucked up, but they're still cool with him. But then they, I guess, I don't know, boys are weird. Like, they'll be cool with each other, but then still be talking shit about you behind their back. So like, it's like, it's weird, but like, so so he didn't give a fuck. His friends at least told him about himself, but he didn't give a fuck. So yeah, I was talking to them about it separately. I'm like, yeah, that was like, they were like, yeah, that was just weird. Like, that was weird. And so one of his friends, one of the friends that were involved, that's actually really close to the rapper, he was telling me, like, privately, he was like, he said, like, he was just like, don't ever do someone a favor unless you're 100% sure that they would do it for you. That's why I have to move like that from now on. Forever. Like, I would never, like, now I'm never going to do that again. Yeah. Like, only for my real friends. Like, that was just weird. And the thing is, I was telling the guy, I said, this is the I've never been disrespected from men like this ever in my life. That was weird as fuck.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's weird as fuck. You're a grown ass man, 30s.
That's wild.
Cussing me out because I didn't do free shit. That I didn't agree to do free shit for you, and you're his artist. He's your artist, but then you're acting jealous. Like, no, that's weird as fuck. But Yeah.
Oh man.
So that's why and that's another reason why like I don't even freelance like that no more, because like you know, just dealing with different people is exhausting. Everyone's not professional, everyone's not mature, everyone doesn't have their shit together, so it's like I don't even like freelancing anymore. Like if I know you, I might do it maybe, but I don't freelance anymore. Like if I want to do some shit outside of my job that's creative, I'll do it on my own and make a page for it, and that's what I'm gonna do. That's it. But like I'm not freelancing because it's just you have to wean people out. It's too much. But the fact that I was helping you when you couldn't afford a team, I was helping you. I didn't have to do shit for you, and I never agreed to work for you for free, bitch.
That's a fact.
So that's why like that whole Doechii thing kind of brought me back to that. Like I'm not going to, I don't want to work with any artists like that. I don't like it. Kudos to people that work with artists, but like definitely I feel like working with different artists, like, you know, because they want to live out their dreams, they want to accomplish their dreams. The industry is funny and fickle and all that stuff, right? But it's like I feel like, you know, I just hope that people that are on these teams create boundaries. They set boundaries, because another thing too is that like I watch a lot of like YouTubers and stuff, and like a lot of people are cool. A lot of people are actually cool with their hairstylists and makeup artists or whatever, you know, but. I would see like, some of them would be like, yeah, like, we all talk, and like, if someone's a bitch to us, we're going to let the other stylists know, like, oh yeah, they were a bitch to us, I don't think you should work with her. Like that's another, you have to make sure that you keep a good rapport with your team.
For sure.
Period.
That's a fact.
So hopefully Doechii, she made a nice little humorous TikTok thanking her team, and just like, hopefully, she apologized to them, and just, I know she was anxious. It was her first Met Gala, but hopefully she apologized to them. It's one thing to be anxious, but for you to be cussing like, give me my fucking umbrella, my fucking this, my fucking that, like this, that, like talking like that. With some people, they don't.
Oh yeah, no, fuck no, you gonna be talking.
Yeah, some people will quit on you on the spot. Yeah. Be careful with that shit.
That's a fact.
So there's that. Next. A couple more things. I won't take too long. So next, I want to just briefly discuss Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion, she was also on the red carpet at the Met Gala. I believe she wore like a nice sparkly dress with the fur. I think she was giving she was paying homage to Dorothy Dandridge, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I kind of wish that she would have pushed herself a bit more with her outfit as well. I just feel like she always wears like, it's always like some type of dress that she wears, or like, and I'm not always a fan of the way her dresses fit up top in her chest area, but I feel like she could have gave like a nice dandy suit, like a nice Teyana Taylor situation, where like a night she could have been androgyny, that night. I feel like she could have really pushed herself. I feel like she wasn't really, I feel like some looks on that carpet gave, oh, I could wear this anywhere on any carpet, and that's not, I don't like that shit, especially at a Met Gala when there's a theme. Come on now. So I wasn't really a fan of that, but I wanted to bring her up only because so she released Megan Thee Stallion actually released a new song recently, like maybe a couple weeks ago. Oh, I know. Let me go off a live. I fuck with them. They tuned in and out, which is dope. But let me get off of here. How do I
probably gotta tap the screen.
End the live. How do I end the live? Anywho, okay, yes. So Megan Thee Stallion, she dropped, let me see, hold on, let me pull it up real quick. Megan Thee Stallion. Let me see. Let's go on YouTube. Where's it at? And shout out to her, sidebar, she is working on opening her own Popeyes.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, her own Popeyes location. And I
think gonna make some money.
Yes, and she also has her own liquor brand as well, which I have yet to try. I am going to try that soon. I believe it's tequila. But anyway, so Megan Thee Stallion dropped her latest single called Whenever 2 weeks ago. And I didn't mention it in the music segment only because I forgot. And I forgot because I feel like it was a bit forgettable.
Got you. It wasn't.
I love Megan Thee Stallion. She's one of my favorite female rappers. But I'm not one of the ones that same flow. I'm not one of those ones that say that complain about that. Right. But I will say this. I do agree with the criticisms that she gets when it comes to the song in general. People think that she should make better songs.
That's key.
She needs better songs, better beat selections. I feel like she definitely changed up her flow a lot, and she takes note of that, and she tries to experiment with different situations, different sounds. Even on her Megan Act 2, it was like some rock in there, and she gave some more Asian inspired songs, and she threw some freestyles in there. Cool, right? But I just feel like it's just. A lot of her songs are very high energy, and I was watching a YouTuber, he was mentioning they feel like her songs, she doesn't have, like, she's a great performer, she's beautiful, and she has great stage presence, but she doesn't have the music for it. And a lot of her songs, she doesn't have she needs better music when it comes to performing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like you want to be able to, you want your songs to be able to, like, you want your songs to be engaging to the crowd. Even though, like, you have diehard fans and they will rap it word for word, bar for bar, even when you're rapping fast with that triplet flow, like, you still want people to absorb the song and what you're saying in the song.
For sure.
And just better, like, it's just better songs. Like, I saw another YouTuber, she was mentioning, like, like songs like Savage. That was a good song because she worked with a writer, for the hook, Jay White. Like, facts. She's a, Megan Thee Stallion, she can write her bars, cool. But I think the critique is that she needs better hooks, because the hooks is what sells it. Like, when it comes to, with Megan Act 1, Mamushi, Watashi Wasta, right. Like, people think, like, that kind of saved her. The Watashi Wa Star, that kind of saved the album almost, because, like, if you think about the album Megan Act 1, what other than Mamushi, what other song is the catch? Right. You know what I'm saying? She lucked up with the Watashi Wa Star. I get money, I'm a stop that hook. Right. Stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I do agree that she does need better hooks, and I do agree that she needs to work with writers when it comes to, like, not the bars but the hooks and creating the skeleton of the song. Yeah, song structure. Yes, because I know that she's fully independent, I believe, or she has, like, I know she's with Rock Nation, some type of deal with them, kind of, but she's mainly independent, right. And I don't know. I think it showed throughout. I feel like with her songs, I feel like she picks good beats here and there. But it's just the hooks. Like, I like, and we both ain't shit. That song, lying to me and I'm lying to him. Fuck right. It. Guess I like that, cause I like that whole sound, that whole what's that boy's name from that New York group 41? The nigga that be sounding like oh my god, what's that nigga name? I like pills and Percocets. Yeah, that nigga. Oh my god, what's his name? Kyle Rich. Okay. Yeah, Kyle Rich. I like his voice, okay. But I like that whole drill type, that New York shit. Right. I like that whole vibe. Even the Ice Spice shit. I like that shit too. But that was cool for me. I like that. But but Megan be rapping like she hard as fuck. Like, she's hard as fuck. Good rapper. She's hard as fuck. But it's not always about that. You need better fucking songs. And I think Jay White kind of saved that Savage, because I guess because the song was given to her. She wrote her own raps to it, right. But the song was given to her because the song was rejected by other female rappers. It went to other female rappers first. They rejected it, and then went to Megan, and Megan kind of tweaked some things in the chorus, and then she wrote her own raps to it. Right. But it's a good song. It was sent to her. It was a good song. Yeah. Just like how, like, it was revealed a couple years ago, it's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. That song, that song was given to Lotto first. They all these songs are all given to them, and they all record it and see how it sounds, and no, whatever, give it to Bia. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and then the other thing with Megan, when it comes to her being independent, like, I went to her Hot Girl Summer tour last year. I went to her concert, and she's an amazing performer, great energy, high energy, great presence. But I just feel like the concert, it lacked production value. I feel like it wasn't a lot of production that went into the concert at all. Like, it was just a stage and her dancers, right. And maybe some cute little graphics on the screen and something cute or whatever, and that's it. I just feel like it seems like I'm not pocket watching, because I know she's making money moves with her Popeyes location and her liquor brand. She's trying to build a legacy, because we all see Rihanna and Beyonce doing these things. Like, so everyone in the music is not where the money resides all the time. So it's like, you want to build it. Like, I get it, do your thing, but I feel like I mean, I'm not pocket watching. I maybe she went. The thing is, she had the tour before the album came out. She went on tour before the first album came out. So it's like, were you on tour because you wanted to get your coin up to for the album that you want to put out? Is that why you didn't put too much into the tour? Because you wanted to just go, you wanted to just tour. You wanted to rely on you having a fan base. You wanted to just tour and get the tour money coin because you're independent. You want to get all the tour money coin and to use that with your other stuff, your other ventures, or you're like, what were you doing? That's how I feel, because like, are you putting money into writers? I don't know. I don't think so.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
You know what I'm saying? She needs better hooks. Like, I hate it. Like, it's just like, but she has a great visual team. She has a great she makes amazing videos, amazing hairstylists, amazing makeup art, amazing style, amazing. All it looks great.
She got the music.
It looks amazing. It looks great. Like Boa, that video for Boa, that song Boa. I love the video. I love the video game. The video game influence to it. I love that, but I hate the fucking song. I love the sample, the tick tock, the Gwen Stefani sample, but I hate the fucking song. I hated that song because this is so like Fever of you, Megan. This is so like Tina. This is so like back then. Like you, this is way back. This is not giving elevated to me. So I don't think the song would never I don't think it charted. Let me make sure. Hold on, because it didn't perform very well. It's been out for 2 weeks. It didn't perform very well, and I believe I caught like a little snippet of her live where she basically kind of acknowledged, okay, guys, hey, hotties, we have to kind of pivot. So I guess she's like realizing, okay, this isn't work. Even though it was pretty visuals, pretty video, pretty clothes. She's in the gym, so her body looks amazing. Body T, face T, period. But it's just the music is not giving. And it's just it's like you rap really fast all the time. No, but she's like, it's like, cool, right? Cool, that's fine. But it's just like, damn, girl, like, let me just see if it even cracked the Hot 100. I doubt it, because I would have seen something. I'm a Billboard stat number girl.
Fact though.
Hold on.
Fact. I never heard the song, so.
Exactly, you never heard the damn song.
I didn't know
she is not even on. Let me see. Damn, Luther is still number 1 on Hot 100. Hold on. If this world were mine.
That's a good
Come on, Billboard. You pissing me off. View chart. You said what?
If it was up to me.
You saw the video?
Yeah, the video dope.
Really dope. And I love how they actually put it in the thing. They love them some Big X the plug nigga. The biggest. The largest. The largest.
Big X.
Let me see.
Shout out to Big X.
You like him?
Yeah, I rock with his album. It was a good
Child,
album.
she is not anywhere on the Hot 100 this week. That song did not crack the Hot 100 at all. And Megan usually cracks the Hot 100. She usually gives like maybe like between top 40, top 20 sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a top 10, maybe, but usually top 20, top 40. And no, she didn't even crack the Hot 100 this time or last week.
Look, I ain't know
so it's not giving. So yeah, that's my critique with her. Yes. So anywho, just real quick, and we can just gloss over this real quick. Just lastly, they announced the BET Awards. I think it comes out in June.
Oh, for real?
The BET Awards comes out in June, and Kevin Hart is going to be the host. And I'm really happy about this, and I'm really confident about this because, for the last couple of years, award shows have like strayed away from hiring hosts, and they just rely on like influencers and shit, or like random presenters or whatever. And I guess I don't know why, or I don't know. They were just relying on like TikTok stars to like draw in the views, and it fell flat every time. And I'm glad that they actually hired an actual professional comedian host to do it, because it brings it back to the tradition of award shows. Because the BET award shows that I remember when Monique was on there doing Beyonce dances. I remember when Will Smith and Jada were on there doing their skits. Yeah. I remember when who else hosted it? Like I remember those big moments when those hosts did it, and it was memorable. They did skits. They interacted. They were professional comedians. They could host it.
Right.
Bring it back to that, because the award shows, like they have been dwindling down. Like people aren't caring about that shit anymore.
Yeah, nobody trying.
And like it's all like you're using TikTok stars and whatever label promotion you have with whatever artist you want to push for the award. Like it's just, this is not working. So bring Kevin Hart back, let him host it. He'll bring the funny. He has his connection and his friends. He'll put people on. I'm sure he'll probably have a Drewski skit in there somewhere. Drewski or Kosnat in there somewhere, and like because I guess they're working on a movie together at some point. So
they might do that.
So they might bring that. Like it's just, it'll make sense to me. Bring it back to that.
That'd be dope.
That's what makes sense, and that's bring it back to that. But just real quick, Glorilla, she's nominated. She's nominated for some BET awards. She had an amazing 2 years, well deserved. She's nominated for Album of the Year for Glorious, Best Collaboration for Sticky with Tyler the Creator, Best Female Hip Hop Artist, which the last 5 years has been stacked. There's been actual competition the last 5 years for female artists.
Nah, for sure.
The Dr. Bobby Jones Best Gospel Inspiration Award for the Rain Down on Me song she has with Kirk Franklin, Viewers Choice Awards for TGIF, and the BET Her Award, I'm in my bag with Flo. Yes, so she did great. So, Glow she snuck up on you. You wouldn't have thought that she would have been like this far because when she first came out, and she had that moment where she was kind of flopping a little bit, but she picked it back up. I think with Glorilla, I think that she's really talented. I think that she's a great rapper for sure. I think that she has a certain pocket that she's really good in. I will say, maybe I don't too much think that she has a lot of versatility in my opinion, but I think that she's in her pocket and she's good at her pocket and she's breaking the mold with that
for sure
in my opinion. Tyler is nominated for Best International Act at the BET Awards. Chris Brown has 3 nominations. Album of the Year 1111, Best Male R&B Pop Artist, and Viewer Choice Award for Residuals. Blue Ivy Carter is nominated for the Young Stars Award this year, and I think she's going to get it.
Probably is,
yes.
most likely.
It says that Doechii and Glorilla are the most nominated female rappers for the 2025 BET Awards. Let me see what Doechii has. Let me just make sure. I'm just read her shit.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Let her cook.
Let me see. Why are you showing me Grammys and not BET Awards 2025 nomination? It's not showing me. Whatever, it's not showing me. Let me go on the BET Awards page though. Tyler Creator doesn't just perform, he builds worlds. He's nominated as well. Let me see. They're just showing throwbacks of shit. They're not showing Doechii. But yes, they said that Doechii and Glorilla are the most nominated females at the BET Awards. So we'll see. So definitely Doechii and Glorilla are definitely going to take home some stuff for sure. Okay. Anywho, yeah, so that's all for me for the Heard on the Curb segment of the show. Did you have anything that you want to discuss before we head on to the ending, wrapping it up? Okay. So for our last segment of the show called Seen and Heard, where we discuss TV, movies, and music, I actually have a couple things to discuss. So I did listen to Coco Jones's album. It's a great album. I think that it's a nicely put together R&B project. I think that she has a beautiful voice, and like I feel like Coco Jones really exudes true R&B to me. I love her features. She has a Future song on there. She has a YG Marley song on there. I just think that she's a great singer. I think that the songs are really good. I think the album is cohesive. For me, I wouldn't really go back to it for me, because it's too like slow for me. It's like, I'm not really in that mood. I'm more of I love R&B, but I love like alternative type shit, and like, I like hip hop and like boom, like yeah, I do. But I love alternative stuff like Solange and like Layla. I love me some Layla. Hopefully, is Layla nominated for a BET Award? I hope so. If she's not, it's a fine girl. It's okay. But yeah, so it's a great project. She's a great singer. The album is well put together. I love the production. I love the lyrics. I love it. I listened to it before I got in the car to drive here today. It's great. Love it. Great project. So the Mariah the Scientist released a song called Burning Blue and a visual for it as well. I think I always thought that Mariah the Scientist is a pretty girl. I never really got into her music like that because I just, again, like, I'm not really into too much of the mellow vibe. Right. She's an R&B girl as well. But sometimes it's too mellow for me. I don't like feeling sad for too long. You know what I'm saying? But I peeped her. She has a visual for the song Burning Blue. It's beautiful. She's like doing a little bit of choreography, a little bit of sensual choreography. And you know, she has a nice, interesting voice to me as well. I love interesting voices. So she has one of those. I like that as well. But I did want to say, like, you know, I love when, sometimes the R&B girls, they want to give a count. They want to give some movement in the videos. Yeah. I feel like with her, it still stayed true to her. I don't know her that well, but it's, you know, she gave movement in the video, but it didn't seem forced. It still seemed true to like her vibe. Nice. So I will say that. Yeah. So I like that. Gotcha. Okay. Those are my two things in the music. Did you have anything in the music that you wanted to discuss real quick or no? When did Ciara's album come out? I know Ciara is working on an album, or she's starting to push an album. I don't know if it's out yet or if it's called CC, I think. Hold on.
I know she's coming with an album.
Yeah.
I don't be knowing.
It's coming out. You know, Ciara she's an icon. She's an icon. For sure. She has a lot of hits and misses too, but you know, the work that she had, like, she's undeniable. So I will say that. Let me see something. Let me just see something.
I love it when you want to stop.
Ciara's new album CC is set to release July 11th. Okay, so she hasn't really gone on she's starting to like mention it, but she hasn't really gone on a full out rollout yet. So if the album comes out July 11th, I assume that she's going to start rolling out probably late May or early June.
Right, facts.
Yeah, maybe she should go on someone's Twitch stream or something like that. I don't know. But yes, so she's working on some stuff too. So there's that. And so did you have anything you want to discuss before we move on to the next thing? Okay, so for the scene segment of the program, I finally watched the movie Heart Eyes. So I never got to go to the theater for it. So Heart Eyes is like a slasher movie about a killer who like kills couples on Valentine's Day or whatever. Okay. It's like a mass killer called Heart Eyes. Yes, it came out this past February. It came out. So these movies are going straight to Netflix real quick. I try to see them. But Sinners, they taking their time. Sinner, you better. I wonder. I predict who I think Sinners might go to Max because it's a Warner Brothers production. So you might go to Max, not Netflix.
Might go to Prime.
I'm not mad at that either, but I can see. But if it goes to Max, that's great because I got Max. I don't got to pay for shit. Prime, see what Prime is still iffy. You might got to pay for it. You might not got to pay for it. But if it goes to Max, I don't got to pay for it. Okay. So hopefully it goes to Max. But for Heart Eyes, let me do this. So it's like a slasher flick, it's like I can see teenagers like older teenagers getting into it, like early 20s, whatever, but I will say this though, I love the young slasher film formula. Like I grew up on it. Like I told you last time, I'm a Scream girl. I love all the Screams. I love all the Halloweens. I love the formula of a group of teen friends, and they have to. Then there's a killer and whatever. Or like there's a couple. It's two people in the movie. There's only two people in the movie, and then they're the main characters, and they have to fight off this person, and they're trying to run from this evil, whatever. So that's my thing, and I believe it just came on Netflix this week. So I'm happy about that because I definitely missed it in the theaters, and I was like, I'm not paying for this. I am not paying for this. Let me see. I think. Yeah, so it's like, of course, it's like the masked killer, like Scream, like and what's his face? Mason Gooding is in it because that's Cuba Gooding's junior son, Mason Gooding. He was actually in the last two Scream movies as well, so it's funny that he's in this one too. But I loved about this movie, I loved that maybe this wasn't on purpose, but I loved how they paid homage to it paid homage to like past slasher films, like like The Faculty. Was not a The Faculty wasn't like a slasher film per se, but it was like, you know, one of those like thrillers. Yeah, so I feel like it paid homage to The Faculty because they had Jordana Brewster in it, and Jordana Brewster was in The Faculty, and she was in Heart Eyes as well. And let me see how old, because she looks good. She looks good as hell, and she probably, let me see, she's 45 years old. Oh, she's Panamanian. Oh wow. She went to Yale. Oh wow, she's smart as fuck. Okay. She's 45. She looks great. If Google Jordana Brewster, she looks good.
Facts.
But 45 isn't old anyway. 45 is not old.
No, it's not.
But she was in The Faculty. I remember seeing her in The Faculty back in was it 2001, 2000? And she looks the same. She looks the same way she did back in 2000 and 25 years ago. Anyway, so she looked good, and I loved how she was in this movie, and I loved how Devin Sawa, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but of course, if you know Devin, he was the main character in the original Final Destination movie back in 2000.
Right.
So he was in it as well. I love that because I'm a slasher, I'm a scary movie type of girl. So I watched The Faculty, and I saw Final Destination, and when I saw those two people in there, I'm like, oh wow, look at this, they're in this movie. Like, this is such a like nostalgic thing. If you know type shit.
They got a new Final Destination coming too.
I know. I'm scared. That shit is wild because it gets wilder and wilder, and it's just like it gets. Each movie is relatable to the time it's in. So it's like these deaths that are happening. It's like this is too real. This could happen to us. You know what I'm saying? Like it's whoa. Yeah. So with Hard Eye, so it was like a mass killer in Hard Eyes. Whoever thought of this was actually pretty cool. I guess they definitely drew influence from like My Bloody Valentine or whatever, that whole thing. But I love the mask in this. I mean, I liked it. I liked the movie. It was more a lot of these movies have like a comedic aspect to it, like with Scream and stuff like that. Yeah, and they always have like a comedic aspect to it. But I feel like with Heart Eyes, it was still kind of scary. Like it had more. I feel like it was more quirky based though. It was definitely more comedic and quirky based to me. But I did enjoy it, and I'll keep it in the vault for something to play in the background when I'm getting ready to go somewhere or whatever, or like when I want to fall asleep, or when I'm high and I want to watch something while I'm high. You know what I'm saying? So right. I love watching movies when I'm high. My favorite thing to do. But yeah. So I mean, it was cool. I love how Mason Gooding was in it because he listen. When you're an actor and you're an artist and you find your bag, listen, get into that bag. Like I love that. What's that girl? Jenna Ortega. She's becoming like her own little scream queen. Like she's in all these different thrillers, and like she's in Scream movies, Beetlejuice. She's in the Wednesday show. She's doing all of these thriller, suspense, horror type of like. Listen, you are like she's a scream queen coming up into her scream queen era. Even with Sabrina, or not Sabrina. Her name is Melissa Barrio, the one that they tried to fire from the damn Scream. Because she was against genocide and shit. Oh. Hold on. She was against the that bullshit. They fired her from the movie because she voiced her opinion on that shit. It was fucked up. Her name is Melissa Barrera. Okay. Yeah. So yes. So she's in different like scary movies too. Like she's in what's it, Abigail. She's in 2 Scream movies. She's in Abigail. She was in the Keep Breathing I believe series on Netflix. I couldn't finish that shit because it was getting too real. Like that whole plane crash shit is scary as fuck. She's in Bed Rest. She's in different shit, different like suspenseful shit, which is cool. Like that's good. I love a good like listen. I feel like the horror genre should be more respected, in my opinion. Like, okay. Anyway, so that was pretty cool. I liked Hard Eyes. Yeah, I liked Hard Eyes. I did like it. The mask is cool. I liked it. Quirky, comedic, but yeah. And I believe, let me see, I think the creators of Scream
they was part of that joint.
I think so. Hold on. It says the movie Hard Eyes is produced by Spyglass Media Group, the same company that produced Scream and Megan. Oh wow. Okay. I'm thinking like the director was a part of it, but no, this is producers. I mean, let me see. Directed by Josh. it says Hard Eyes, directed by Josh Rubin, is a slasher horror movie with a dash of romantic comedy. Ain't no dash. It was very quirky and comedic in that damn movie. It was very quirky. It was quirky as fuck, but I liked it. It was cute. It was cute. It was cool. They were in New York. She had a nice little New York apartment. It was real cute. Yes, so that's my movie thing for the segment of the show. I'm just waiting for him to come out. We still gonna go see him together with Darius. Okay, yes. So yeah, I'm waiting for him to come out. I'm waiting for I know what you did last summer to come out. That comes out in July. And A24, the A24 production studio, they got some bangers coming out this year too. Do you follow their page?
Nah.
They dropping trailers every other day. Like, yeah. It's this movie called Together with Dave Franco starring in it. Mm-hmm. It looks good. I'm gonna go see that too. But anywho, that's all for me. Anything for you?
I gotta go see Thunderbolts. That's it.
Thunderbolts. Oh, what's that? It's like a cartoon?
It's like a Marvel.
Oh, okay. Who's the superhero in it?
It's like the new Avengers.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be the new Avengers.
Oh, okay. So. Oh, I think I saw when they were revealing the poster, and they were like, "It's called Avengers 2" or something. What was it called? Some shit like that.
It's like your new Avengers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it might have been that. Though.
Okay. Yeah. Well, have fun with that. I want to know who they're gonna get to. They keep talking about X-Men revivals and shit. They talking about who gonna play Storm, the new Storm. They should have Jodie Turner-Smith play the new Storm. I just feel like she should be the new Storm. I don't know. But anywho, yeah. So that's it for me. Anything else, JRob?
That's it.
All right, guys. Well, again, I'm your host, Dani, and this is Heard the Podcast. We are available on all podcast streaming platforms. Any podcast platform that you think of, we are on there. We are on TikTok at HeardPod, HERDPOD. We're on YouTube, HER''D, the podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on there, share with a friend, spread the word, all those good things. And thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Heard the Podcast. Love you. Bye.